Hey there, welcome to Lehi, Utah. Yes, Lehi, Utah is located just about 30 minutes south of Salt Lake City. It is right off the I-15, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the good and the bad of living here in Lehi, Utah, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in the Salt Lake City, Utah area, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, who are looking to relocate, buy or sell a property here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and my team and I would absolutely love to help you out. So like I said, today I am here in Lehi, Utah. I am actually in the Silicon Slopes. Yes, they have named this area of Lehi. You can actually see behind me, I've got some of the tech industry that is right here. You can see views of Utah Lake that is right here as well. So this Silicon, like they say, Slopes was named after the Silicon Valley in California. It is known for big tech industry that is here. So a lot of people, and this is one of the good, a lot of people that are moving out here are involved some way in the tech industry. Because the proximity of where it is located, like I said, about 30 minutes south of Salt Lake City, it is very accessible there. It is accessible if you are part of the tech industry, if your employment is something to do with that. There are so many homes and communities that are right, like literally right before, the proximity of the, work and play and home is all really relatively close. So a big pro for people that are moving here, simply the jobs. Yes, there are so many different jobs here in Lehi. Like I said, tech, but there are lots of other jobs as well. So job market here in Lehi is strong. Number two is the accessibility. Yes, the accessibility getting to and from Salt Lake. If you are commuting to Salt Lake, this is a really easy, easy to get on the freeway, easy to get on I-15, and it's really a straight shot. There's an area here in Lehi, they call it the point of the mountain. So the point of the mountain, very, very easy to get in and, to get on and off of the freeway. Number three is really not only the convenience to the freeway, to the airport, to Salt Lake City, but also the convenience to shopping, restaurants, really, you name it, sports, recreation, outdoor activities. Lehi is it is a hub that is really close to everything. Lehi has its own, it's called the Traverse Outlets. It's got outlets that are right here, actually literally like right behind me are the outlets. Not only lots of shopping there, but there are tasty restaurants that are all around there. There's other shopping complexes that are there as well. There's one of my favorite grocery stores called Harmon's that is here, kind of like a Whole Foods. So at any rate, the shopping, the restaurants, the accessibility to that is very, very easy here. Moving right along, another pro, another good that people are moving here to Lehi, family friendly. Yes, it is very family friendly. They have two high schools here, Skyridge and also Lehi High School. Both high schools are very strong. The elementary schools, strong, lots of different dual immersion programs too. So if you're wanting to sign your children up and you want them to learn Spanish or Mandarin or French, some of these other languages, many of the schools offer that, and it is part of the free, public school education. So there's also, if you decide, hey, you know what, I actually want to go the private route, Challenger is right behind me too, which is a public or a private school, and lots in the way of, great schooling. The accessibility is awesome. The shops, the restaurants, all of that is a big pro for many. Moving right along, another pro, like I mentioned before, accessibility. I know a lot of people that are thinking about moving here. They're like, Mariah, I'm a mountain biker, I'm a hiker, I've got dogs, I like to take them out on the trails. Well, you are in luck because Lehi has, especially in the Traverse area, so many different hiking, biking trails that are here. Not only are there, all those different trails here, if you are into like hang gliding, there is this hang gliding hill that is very close by here. It's right at the point of the mountain. And I'm telling you, my kids, every time we drive by it, the kids are like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So the outdoor activities, you are about 12 to 15 minutes away from American Fork Canyon. American Fork Canyon, if you continue down on and you go east on the 92, which is Timpanogos Highway, you are going to get to American Fork Canyon. Up through that canyon, more trails, more hiking, more biking. People during the summertime, they bring their side-by-sides up there. During the winter time, kids bring, their sleds and they go, there's some incredible little sledding hills down there. During the summertime, there's a lot of marathons, half marathons that go through that canyon as well. And, there's the little creeks and everything that run right through there too. So the accessibility to the outdoors being here in Lehi is a huge pro of why people are wanting to move here specifically. Jobs, outdoor, education, accessibility, pretty great. However, some people are like, you know what? Lehi is not where I want to be. And let me tell you some reasons why some people do not like Lehi. Depending on where you are in Lehi, the higher up you are in the mountain, the higher you are up in Traverse, the windier it gets. Yes, Lehi has a tendency to be very, very windy. And like I said, the higher you go up, the windier it will get. Hence why there is that whole hill where they are able to, paraglide down, and it just is a very, very windy spot. It's not unusual when the winds pick up to see trash cans flying. A lot of people I know that have moved here, they're like, we got a trampoline and we put it up, and then we realized why everybody here has in-ground trampolines is simply because it gets too windy and a lot of those trampolines will go flying. So the wind is a big one. If you are more down by Main Street and you're in the older area of Lehi, it does get windy, but certainly not as windy as it gets up in the mountains. Number two, the weather. The weather kind of goes along with wind, but the snow. If you, again, are in Traverse, every year is different, but this year that I am filming this, 2023, was one of the snowiest years we've had. And we have lots of friends that live in Lehi, and they're like, Mariah, we were snowed in for 3 days because we honestly, the snow was just so high that they couldn't get out. Again, that is very atypical and very unusual, but it does happen. And you're going to typically see more snow up here, higher in the mountains. Makes sense. The elevation's higher than you will in some of the areas that are, a little bit down, lower. The Ivory Ridge area, if you are looking at, areas here in Lehi, Ivory Ridge does not see as much snow, as much wind as you're going to experience more in Traverse, and it is lower. Speaking of Ivory Ridge, some people love living there simply because of all the amenities, the tennis, the pools and all of that. So there are master plan communities that are here too. Again, some people love that and some people don't. Some people are like, oh, you know what? I don't want to live in Traverse and I don't want to live in Ivory Ridge simply because the homeowners association fees, they are minimal, but compared to some places, people are like, I don't want to have a homeowners association. So for some, like I said, it's a good. For some, they do not like that. And lastly, some people have said, you know what, Lehi's not for me just because there's so much hustle and bustle around here. It's a little bit faster pace than you are going to experience in some of the other suburbs, simply because you've got the tech industry, you've got the outlets, you've got a lot of shopping and dining and restaurants. You're going to have, it's more of a melting pot. You're going to have a lot more that's going on here in Lehi, so it's going to be a little bit faster. You are not going to see as many, rural open spaces. Homes typically in some of these areas are a little bit closer together than you'll get in some of the other surrounding areas. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of ideas, some idea about pros and cons, the good and the bad of living here in Lehi. We talked about, strong education, the convenience factor on and off the freeway to get, to the airport, to get to Salt Lake City, the convenience to the, really the Silicon Slopes that are right here, the tech industry, all the shopping, all the restaurants, the dining, really at your fingertips. However, some people have said, you know what, Lehi's not for me. It's too windy. It snows too much in some of the areas. I don't want to be associated with, a homeowners association. And some of those houses are pretty close together compared to some of the other areas that are around. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea. If you are thinking about making a move here to Lehi, my team and I hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and we would absolutely love to chat with you and see how we can help you out. Take care, and wishing you a wonderful day. Bye.